Dzień dobry, dzień dobry, dzień dobry. Dawno mnie nie było. Dawno mnie nie było. Dużo się pozmieniało. I stwierdziłam, że dzisiaj mam dzień wolny w końcu. Jeden dzień taki, który jest dla mnie, tylko dla mnie. Przynajmniej jego część, więc chcemy dalej grać w Course Factory. Zacznijmy od tego, czyli standardowo. Gramy dzisiaj w Course Factory, postaramy się przejść jeden chapter, bo wiadomo, tutaj te chaptery są troszeczkę dłuższe, poza tym nie wiem, czy nie będę musiała dograć jeszcze tak jakby, że ostatnio nie zrobiłam pełnego chapteru, bo nie było takiego ala przejścia, nie? Ile będziemy nagrywać? Podejrzewam, że tutaj zajmie nam to około 2 godziny, chyba że wcześniej zacznie wysiadać mi gardło, no to troszeczkę szybciej sobie skończymy. Jeżeli nie, to będziemy się świetnie bawić, udając podniecenie tym, że ktoś dzięki naszym zdjęciom niestety, ale odszedł z tego świata. I co? I z tego co pamiętam, Course Factory ma w sumie 5 chapterów, więc jeżeli tak będziemy sobie jechać po jednym chapterze na streamie, to powinniśmy się w sumie już być w połowie, choć to jest takie trochę nierealne, ale powiedzmy, że jesteśmy w połowie. Przynajmniej po tym streamie będziemy. I co? No i chyba możemy jechać dalej. Za wszystkie dźwięki w tle bardzo przepraszam. Tu są króliki, tu jest moja rodzina, więc niestety się mogą pojawić jakieś takie tle niekoniecznie przyjemne rzeczy. I jeszcze jedna rzecz. Standardowo, jeżeli będzie coś za cicho, za głośno, proszę mi od razu dawać znać, bo według miksera na programie wszystko powinno być w porządku. Jeżeli jednak okaże się, że w sumie to what the fuck, czemu to tak jest, nic nie słychać albo słychać za bardzo, no to proszę mi dać znać. Ja standardowo 3 monitory na jednym. Moje studio OBS-a na środkowym, centralnie przede mną gierka, a na trzecim restream, na którym mam wszystkie czaty dostępne do podglądu. Jeszcze sobie to odpalę ładnie. O! Dobra, ja już weszłam na gierkę, co słyszycie? Wygląda to dobrze. Usuwamy milcie. Juhu! I wszystko jak na razie działa. Zobaczymy jak długo. Bo zawsze coś musi się zepsuć. To nie byłby mój stream, jakby coś się nie zepsuło. Więc kontynuujemy sobie. Ja zapisałam... Czekajcie. 7:27. Zapisałam od razu po tym, jak się pożegnałam i nic więcej nie szłam. I teraz tak, jeszcze, jeżeli ktoś po raz pierwszy mnie tutaj odwiedza, ja czytam tylko to, co jest od narratora i myśli głównej bohaterki, ale jeżeli są jakiekolwiek dialogi, czy coś jest wypowiadane na głos, to jest tutaj voice acting, więc tutaj oddaję wtedy pałeczkę voice aktorom. Chyba że no, tak jak tutaj mamy narratora, no to znaczy się tutaj mamy co robi bohaterka. To ja to czytam po angielsku. Z góry przepraszam za akcent, za źle wymawiane słówka, ale w sumie dobrze się bawię, poznając tą historię i próbując dociec, co tak naprawdę się tam dzieje, dlaczego to się dzieje i w ogóle chcę poznać wszystkie sekrety. Więc tak, jak coś, proszę pisać. Jeżeli też dymek czatu będzie Wam przeszkadzać, też proszę dać znać, coś sobie na to poradzimy. Ale nie przedłużając, już w sumie zaczynamy. Dobra, co byśmy ostatnio zrobili? Dokładnie. W sumie wiem, że była ta śmierć, tylko ona chyba wyszła z tego, dowiedziała się, że to jest ta babka i ona chyba w sumie wyszła z pociągu i na tym żeśmy skończyli. My walk through the train station this morning is confident, cocky, self-assured. When I board the train, I even managed to take a seat for the first time in a while. Aha, nie, to był następny dzień. My się w sumie jedziemy do pracy. I withdraw a worn book from my handbag and flip open the cover. There's a name scrawled in blue ballpoint pen on the first page, but it has become faded and illegible over time. I don't quite remember where I picked up this book. Maybe I discovered it at a second-hand bookshop. Who knows? I own so many obscure tomes that I can't be expected to recall purchasing every single one. Its each cover and whether it's spine both bear the same title. The Fosse Photography, a comprehensive history of photo manipulation. Ooh! The book is written in English and it's a slog to work through with my limited knowledge of that language, but I like to skim through it primarily for the photographs contained within. The examples of early image doctoring from centuries ago fascinates me. The book even features techniques and studies as recent as 1993 when it was first published. Dajcie mi jeszcze sekundkę, bo zapycha mi zatoki, przez co ja nie jestem w stanie mówić. Za 30 sekund wracam. Mam nadzieję, że już jest lepiej. It's true. Czekajcie, bo muzyka się zgubiła. It's true that a lot of techniques discussed within are no longer relevant in today's digital age. However, there's a hearty section dedicated to the art of manipulating corpse photos, something that I am indeed very, very interested in. The most intriguing aspect of this section's content is that the featured artists perform the opposite kind of work that I do. Instead of manipulating images of the living to make them appear dead, the artists in the book added images of the dead in order to make them look alive once more. In bygone eras, when photographs of people were taken few and far between, a sect of artists dedicated themselves honoring the memories of the deceased. They did this by making the photos taken upon death look beautiful and full of life. These photos were gifted to family members and loved ones. The tradition makes sense. Imagine if you lost someone dear to you and you had no photographs of them. Wouldn't it be wonderful, to receive one last memento, a beautiful image of the way you remember them? Instead of using makeup to beautify a corpse, these artists apply paintbrush and pen directly to a photograph to seemingly bring the deceased back to life. The impressive aspect of this process is the way they illustrated the corpse's eyes to look full of life. Even though it's a far cry from the work I do, I can't help but feel some sort of kinship with the artists discussed in this book. Surely we are cut from the same cloth. Dzień dobry! Dzień dobry, dzień dobry! Browsing through the images in this book inspires me to work hard on my own photo editing. Many of the pictures are in black and white, but to me, that only drives home how impressive these old techniques were. I finished flipping through a chapter and closed the book. I hold the tattered tome close to my chest and breathe a sign of satisfaction.
The next station is Shinjuku. The doors on the right side will open. Please change here for the Chuo line, the Shonan Shinjuku line, the Saikyo line.
I quickly stuff the book into my handbag and get ready to disembark the train. Ooh! When I'm certain nobody's looking, I carefully open the lid of the large dumpster in front of me. The stench of rotten food and who knows what else assaults my senses, and I reflexively gag and splutter. Przepraszam bardzo, co my robimy? Po pierwsze fuj, po drugie fuj. I od razu pomyślałam o tym, że najpierw musiała się upewnić, że nikt nie patrzy, to tak jak w Stardew Valley, bo potem wskaźniki z tymi osobami spadają. O, jaka cudowna Milcia. Kocham tego zajączka. Śpi mi centralnie pod biurkiem, bo chyba tu ma najzimniej i po prostu cudowności. The staff at the convenience store really needs to seal their trash in plastic bags before tossing it in here.
Ugh, this is disgusting. I have to stop doing this.
The raised open lid locks into place at a 45-degree angle, allowing my now free hands to retrieve a small black object from my handbag. It's a flip phone, a cheap plastic thing with a shiny charcoal finish. Aha, dobra. Pozbywamy się naszego jednorazowego telefonu. I open it up and tap on the retro tactile keys, confirming that I've completely deleted all sent messages and photos. Nodding to myself, satisfied that I've covered my tracks, I eject the battery from the back of the casing and toss it in the dumpster. I then snap the phone in half along the hinge, separating the screen from the keypad. The screen crunches into pieces with a gratifying kch, and leave my shoes. I retrieve the smashed parts from the asphalt, carefully not to prick my fingers on the sharp glass. With hardly a glance, I answer murmur. Czekajcie. Answering you. Ceremoniously launch the broken parts of the phone into the dumpster. Oni nie potrafią, naprawdę nie potrafią trudniejszych słów tutaj wykorzystywać, nie? Naprawdę. Najtrudniejsze, najdłuższe i w ogóle łamańce językowe. I clap my hands together to dust them off, then shut the dumpster lid and hurry away. I sidle between the brick wall of the convenience store and a narrow metal railing intended to keep people like me away from dumpsters. Now in front of the convenience store, I finally feel I can breathe deeply without fear of inhaling the toxic content of the dumpster. I let my lungs take their fill before nonchalantly crossing the street. That takes care of my latest burner phone. Before leaving the office building, I cracked the SIM card in half and disposed of it in the combustible trash. Now with the phone itself destroyed and discarded at a different location, my mind is at ease. It has been slightly less than 24 hours since I messaged my last victim, that athletic guy that I may have briefly fantasized about during my restless slumber. My general rule of thumb is to keep a burner phone for exactly 24 hours after sending a photo. However, I made an exception today. I wanted to discard the phone early, clear my anxiety and get a full night's rest tonight. Besides, it's not like anyone ever replies to the messages I sent. I'd love it if they did, but it is what it is. So really, there's no point holding onto the evidence of my wrongdoing for longer than necessary. If memory serves, I wrote tomorrow's date on the latest victim's timestamp, May 30, 10:31 a.m. The victim may decide to kill himself today. Of course, he could end up just like Akane Tsurumaki. But if he's anything like her, he holed out until just a few hours before the designated time. He let panic and fear boil and build inside him until he just can't take it anymore. Or someone else will come along and end it all for him. I can't be sure. I still don't know what happened to Ruri Hatano. Did she kill herself or did someone else snuff out her life? Either way, I'll start researching obituaries tomorrow. I'm confident that this will be another successful request. If it is... Tak powiedziałam? Request. If it is, I'll truly be on a winning streak. With butterflies in my stomach, I cross the road. On my route home, I usually like to trek through the small park close to my apartment, provided the weather is decent. I avoid the park in the mornings, as a lot of people walk their dogs and I can risk my allergies flaring up before I reach the office. In the evening, the park is much emptier. I suppose I finish work a bit earlier than most people, so while everyone else is busy, I can enjoy the fresh air and scenery. I make my way along the neat broad dirt path that connects one side of the park to the other. Wooden benches line the path at regular intervals, and at this time of the evening it's common to see a homeless person or two using a bench as a resting place. This city has more homeless people than the general population care to admit. I try to not think much of it as I walk by every day. I already know that many people have it worse off than I do, but there's not exactly anything I can do to help, right? Should I be giving those people money that I can't afford to spare? Wouldn't I just end up homeless as well? I'm not exactly broke, but I live month to month on my salary. It's expensive to live on the outskirts of Akihabara, and commuting to Shinjuku every day isn't exactly cheap either. Then you add in electricity bills, phone, food. I mean, I don't eat unless I have to, but I'd starve if I didn't buy a meal every other day. And don't even get me started on the cost of coffee I drink. If I'm lucky, I can score a can for 100 yen, but more often than not, I'm paying up to 150 for a single can. Even if I were to buy canned coffee in bulk from one of these huge variety stores like Don Coyote, I'd still only save a handful of loose change. And I wouldn't have access to the familiar selection I get at a convenience store. I'm just thankful that I don't go out for drinks after work like most of my colleagues. If I had to buy a few rounds of beer every week, my bank account would definitely dry up. By avoiding that kind of group outing, and not only do I save money, but I'm also not forced to spend more time around people. It's a win-win situation. Zgadzam się. Realizing I'm trudging along the path at a snail's pace, I tell myself to speed up my gait. Ja bym znowu na odwrót, jakbym się nie skupiała, to bym leciała jak głupia. Toward the exit of the park, the silhouettes of two people on a bench come into view. Sound of laughter carries on the wind, and I can't help but feel like I've heard the voices before. As I draw closer, a sinking sensation clutches at my stomach. I immediately get the urge to turn around, but I'm so close to home.
It's Noriko! Fancy seeing her here.
Czyż by się spodziewał?
Noriko's here.
Ktoś by się spodziewał? The moment Shinya. Tomo glares and flips her long hair behind her ear with a shit-eating grin on her face. Shinya looks kind of out of place outside of the office. His face is filled by an especially uncomfortable expression. I start to wonder why these two are here, but then I recall that Tomoe did mention they were going on a date on Friday night. I suppose it's just my bad luck that I will run into them on the way home. Though, what are you doing here in Akihabara? Właśnie miałam takie... Skoro znamy te głosy, to muszą być dwie osoby, które znamy. Więc raczej to jest Shinya i Tomoe. Ale w sumie przecież my już pojechaliśmy pociągiem, tak? Więc... Halo? Czy oni wszyscy mieszkają w jednym miejscu? Czy to jest jakiś podstęp? Co tu się dzieje? Czy Tomoe specjalnie tu pojechała? I have to assume that Tomoe came here on purpose just to spite
On
me.
your way home?
Tak myślałam.
Uh-huh. How's your, date?
We're having a blast. Right, Chin?
Ration?
Yes, of course. A great time.
Nie brzmisz zbyt przekonująco. I wonder if Tomoe has been dragging Shinya along against his will.
Okay, well, I'll leave you to it.
Nie ma ratowania Shinny.
Hey, we're gonna grab some chicken. Why don't you come with us?
Chicken? Ale jeszcze nie ma świąt.
No thanks.
Can't think of any worse way to spend an evening than eating with Tomoe.
Please come with us, Noriko.
Biedny Shinya. Co ta Tomoe z nim robi? Shinya has dejected look on his face. It's beautiful, but he bought to stay on himself. Why should I have to bail him out?
Sorry, I've got things to do tonight.
Bez serca jesteś, Noriko, naprawdę.
Are you sure you're not just avoiding eating? Afraid to gain a bit of fat?
I honestly don't know what to say to that.
Say, Shin, you ever seen Noriko eat anything?
A co cię to interesuje?
Well, now that you mention it, she never seems to eat at the office.
I eat at home, if that's okay with you.
It's not completely a lie. Sometimes I eat at home, sometimes I don't eat at all.
Come on, come get some chicken with us. You can throw it back up or whatever afterwards if it makes you feel better.
Tak nie robimy. She's starting to get on my nerves. I swear she tries to identify my flaws and insecurities just so she can rub them in my face. Dopiero teraz to zauważyłaś?
Tomoe, you're not being very nice to Noriko. Aren't you two supposed to be friends?
French.
We're besties. Besties talk shit to each other, right, Noriko?
Nie.
Right.
Huh. Fascinating.
Anyway, I'm going now. See you on Monday.
Okay. See you then.
Wybacz, Shinya. Powodzenia.
Buzzkill. She's such a drag.
I let Tomoe's words hang in the air as I walk past her. I'm pretty annoyed that she dragged Shinya all the way here just to taunt me. Is this her idea of a good date? Does she care about Shinya at all, or is this whole thing just to annoy me? Tomoe dating Shinya doesn't even get under my skin. I don't have feelings for him at all. What does get on my nerves is simply the fact that Tomoe is trying so hard to get on my nerves. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if I could carry on my way home without one final interruption. Tomoe calls out to me again.
Your friend Aoi is gonna start work with us on Monday, yeah? Oh, fun. I can't wait to meet a friend of Noriko's.
Uh-oh. I grimace. I suppose Shinya told her about that. I turned back to face them both.
Don't even think about messing with Aoi. That girl has dealt with enough crap at her last job.
Ooh.
Oh, has she? Maybe big, strong Noriko can protect her now.
Chcesz jeszcze raz w mordę?
I'd
To
do
się
anything for her. She's my best friend. If you had any friends of your own, you'd understand what that feels like.
I got plenty of friends. And only some of them are sluts like you.
Nikt mi
Yeah.
i przypadnie.
I'm going.
I finally managed to disengage from the conversation, even with Tomoe's mocking laugh piercing the air. I exit the park, cross the road, and walk down the block leading to my apartment. Tomoe, I have to wonder if that girl exists solely to irritate me. I have to tell myself she's not worth my time. I can't let her taunts get to me. Green and buried, as they say, that's what stoic, unflinching Noriko would do. Running wspaniale. Running a hand through my hair, I smile and approach my apartment building. Yoo-hoo! I spent all morning trying unsuccessfully to calm my nerves. I'm anxious about finding out whether my latest victim has perished. It's afternoon now, so the time written on the photo has passed. If my work was successful, I should know soon enough. I've already set up an obituary news alert on my phone to keep me informed. Instead of sitting at home all day and waiting for my phone to go off, I decided to visit an old favorite hangout. Public libraries don't get the credit they deserve in this age. They're quiet, calm, soothing. I can sit here for hours for free and just get lost in different worlds. Plus, they always carry works by my favorite authors. Sometimes the librarians are even kind enough to recommend titles that may fit my tastes. I don't feel judged here. Nobody looks at me and mocks my clothing or my makeup. Nobody looks at me and asks if I've had enough to eat lately. Nobody makes fun of me, that lonely girl in the corner reading Lovecraft and calmly stroking her hair. Every so often I put my book aside and check my phone out of habit. Still no alerts. Have I miscalculated something? Did my latest photo not look convincing or charming enough to inspire suicide or murder? I find myself growing increasingly anxious and impatient.
Ooh, huh? You a Lovecraft nerd?
Czemu wszyscy mają te koszulki tak rozpięte? To moje też. Wszystko, cała klata na zewnątrz. Ten typ też. Cała klata na zewnątrz. Szanujcie się, ludzie, proszę. I blink twice and look up at the strange man standing over me. Huh?
Sus. Didn't mean to interrupt. Notice you're reading Lovecraft. Huh. In Japanese, too. Didn't know this book had been translated.
Yeah. My English isn't great, so I read the translated versions.
That's mad. Do they translate esoteric names? Can't imagine Cthulhu being easy to write in kanji.
Well, it's written in katakana, so...
Of course. Kojiro.
The man extends a hand and I can't tell if he wants me to shake it or pass him my book.
What?
I'm Kojiro. You?
Kurosawa.
Nice. Just Kojiro for me. No last name. Call me Koji.
Żadnych imion, żadnych nazwisk.
You don't have a last name?
Used to. Lost it. Fire, you know. I'm just Kojiro now.
Mysterious. This guy is weird. His clothes smell like they've been stashed in the back of a closet for a decade or two. His face is unshaved and his eyes are scarcely clear and focused, despite being masked by a pair of thick glasses.
Didn't mean to keep you. Saz again. I'm looking for Nobel Sinclair. He around here?
I mean, I don't know. Who?
Give it to me.
Writer guy. Did that book about befriending the dead? The librarian told me to check these shelves.
Sorry, I don't really know.
No worries. I'll find him. You know, you look like the type who'd enjoy his books.
Oh!
Not to judge you by your cover. Need a strong stomach, though. Messed up shit.
Idealne dla nas. As much as I hate to admit it, the stranger has captured my interest. Nie brzmisz.
How messed up are we talking?
Well, his first book describes dressing up corpses, taking them to dinner. Goal is to not get caught out. Mad, right? Like something out of that American movie. Weekend with Bernard? Or something like that. Second book goes nuts. Main character fills the school classroom with bodies, all dressed up as students. Runs lectures and records them, puts them online. Best part? No one can figure out if these books are fiction.
Ooh.
Internet says Nobel Sinclair actually did these things. Says he's doing time now, writing these books as a confession.
Interesting.
Right? It's deranged. Makes for a good bedtime reading.
Huh.
Or
You
something.
want noise? Well, of course you are.
Yeah. You?
Yeah, at Koji. Add me if you like. We can talk shop. I'm gonna find Nobel. Wish me luck.
And without so much as a glance back at me, the man walks away. I try to return to my reading, but the whole conversation just replays back in my head. What a bizarre encounter. Maybe I'll just head home for today. Being here has helped me calm down, but I'm still eagerly anticipating the fate of my victim. Besides, I have to admit that I'm growing a little bit hungry. Maybe onigiri arrival from the convenience store will tide me over until tomorrow. I gather my things and set up. But just stand up, letting out a little hoo as I stench my muscles. As I head toward the sliding doors to leave the library, a little alert sounds from my phone. Jesus! This is it. My phone is in my hands in less than a second, the screen unlocked and the obituary page loading before my eyes. Article posted online today, 2:59 p.m. Keywords found. 3. Mr. Accident numerical data range 20 to 30. Image data found. Yes. Saturday, May 30. Mr. Eiji Hanada, 22 of Tokyo Prefecture, was pronounced dead this afternoon at a traffic intersection 12:02 p.m. Coroner's office reports that Mr. Hanada was involved in a traffic accident. No other casualties have been reported. Mr. Hanada is survived by his fiancée, who wishes to remain anonymous. A funeral services has not yet been arranged. View image attachment? Of course. I quickly load the image attachment and can't believe my eyes. The photo is the exact Same one that was sent to me through Corpse Girl's website. There can be absolutely no doubt that this is my latest victim. I've done it again. My breathing starts to quicken, my cheeks begin to grow hot. Wait, say biblioteki, please. I know for experience that if I don't get somewhere private and quickly, I may very well make a fool of myself in public. I quickly glance around the library for a sign pointing to a restroom. As soon as my eyes settle on it, I dash towards it, swerving between bookshelves and through narrow aisles. There's one door for a unisex bathroom and an unremarkable beige portal. The muscles in my thighs are tightening and I squirm as I reach for the door. My hand grasps the cool metal handle and presses down, only to be met with immovable resistance. It's locked. There's a sign on the door I noticed that I completely ignored in my haste. Closed for cleaning.
Shit!
I curse despite my best efforts to keep a low profile. My head turns frantically, looking for anywhere that I can sit down and remain out of sight while my body reacts erratically to my latest success.
Oh, you busted?
This guy again.
I need to use the restroom.
I hope he can tell that the expression on my face is not one of desperation to use the facilities.
On it.
To my surprise, Kojiro strides up to the restroom door and begins to slam his fists against it.
Cleaning time is over. Get out of there.
I hear a panicked yelp from within. Kojiro's commanding voice was more than a little intimidating. Within seconds, a terrified old woman emerges. She wheels her cleaning trolley around us both quickly and disappears from sight.
All yours. About to hold it.
Thanks.
Ja nie mogę. I dash past Kojiro, unable to believe what is happening here. I slam the door behind me and slip into a cubicle. As soon as I sit atop of the toilet's closed lid, my legs begin to shake uncontrollably, and I have to lean backwards to steady myself. Eiichi Hanada is dead, killed in a traffic accident. That could mean anything, but I'm willing to bet that I caused his death. After seeing the photo of his December corpse, he might have purposefully crushed his car, or perhaps someone else rammed his vehicle intent of murdering him on behalf of Corpse Girl. I still don't know how my power works. I don't know why these victims end up dead. But the cause of death ultimately doesn't matter. What matters is that Corpse Girl is victorious once more. I find myself panting, squirming, struggling to restrain myself. My vision fogs, my knuckles clench, and with barely a fanfare, I begin to cool down all of a sudden. Just like that, the overwhelming urge to explode simply flutters away. Huh? My breathing regulates, my legs solidify, and rest firmly on the ground. This experience wasn't nearly as staggering as last time. Maybe because I was confident that this victim would die, my body already prepared itself for it. Have I already become desensitized to my ability to wield death itself? I won't pretend that I'm not disappointed. That exhilarating feeling I experienced last time, the complete and utter loss of control, it was addicting. I craved experiencing it again. Still, I need to remind myself of the most important thing. I fulfilled the request issued to Corpse Girl. That's 2 new victories in a row. 2 victories in a single week. As long as requests keep coming in, I can keep achieving my goals. I can do it. Do this. Full of confidence and feeling steady once more, I exit the cubicle and leave the bathroom. That strange man, Kojiro, is waiting for me at the end of an aisle.
You good?
Yeah. Hey, thanks for... You know, I really needed the bathroom.
Of course. Been there. Gotta go when you gotta go. Look what I found.
Kojiro holds up a book with a plain black
Nobel
cover.
Sinclair's latest. Dazed by the Dead. It's a ripper.
Oh, what's that one about?
Falling in love with the dead. Read it already last year. Time for another go. Oh, here.
Kojiro hands another book to me, this one with a brown cover and illustration on the front depicts a field of flowers.
What's this?
Sinclair's first ever published work. Strange Flower. Title's nonsense. This is the one where he puts corpses in suits, treats them to meals at fancy restaurants. Loaned it out under my name. He'd take it. Return it before the due date. Can't risk getting fined.
Oh, well, thank you. I'll be sure to read it.
Sure. Send me your thoughts and noise. Right. Be seeing you.
Założył, że już na pewno go dodamy. A brief wave of his hand and he disappears behind the closest shelves. I can't really get over how peculiar he is, but he certainly is making an effort to be friendly. I turn the heavy book over in my hands and look inside the front cover for a publication date. 2009. It's actually not that old. Definitely not as old as the fiction I normally consume. I shrug and hoist the bulky tome underneath my arm, then make for the library's exit. Czyżbyśmy mieli coś w końcu zjeść? I feel uncommonly hungry on my way home. So much so that I decide to stop by a restaurant and get some dinner. I wonder if killing stirs my appetite. I often pass this establishment when I exit this train station in Akihabara. It's an old venue that serves traditional Japanese food as well as popular Western dishes. To say that I've always been curious about eating here would be accurate. I've been working hard lately, achieving my goals. I can afford to treat myself to a cooked meal, right? Why do I find it so hard to justify that? I'm even going to eat at a booth tonight, another rarity for me. A waitress guides me to an empty booth and I slide in before looking at a menu. The house specialty, according to the menu in my hands, is grilled eel. Not exactly my favorite, in fact, seafood of any variety. Jesus, doesn't sit well in my stomach. I decide to pass on the specials and order something I know I can digest. Omurice sounds good. I used to eat it a lot as a kid. Omelette, rice and ketchup. What's not to like? Plus, it's only 700 yen before tax. The waitress returns to take my order and I confidently point out what I'd like. She offers me a smile and hurries off to the next table. Perhaps my recent victory streak has given my courage a boost, because I hardly feel awkward and anxious sitting here, surrounded by people eating and drinking on all sides. I'm somewhat calm and at ease amidst the hustle and bustle of the restaurant. I almost feel like it might be nice to have a company, a friend perhaps, Aoi or even Shinya might be nice to talk to and pass the time with. Oh well, in a way, I do have some company. I retrieve a book from my handbag, the very same book Kojiro lent to me, and I open it up to the first chapter. Strange Flower, an odd, apparently meaningless title. Still, it comes highly recommended by an eccentric stranger, so it must be good. My meal arrives when I'm a few pages into the book. I thank the waitress and look at the omurice before me. It smells good, it's presented beautifully. I can probably eat at least a quarter of this portion without feeling ill. I pick up a spoon and slice through the middle of the omurice, causing a puff of steam to billow up. Throwing caution to the wind, I scoop up a good amount and bring it to my mouth. It's delicious. There's no other words to describe it. The convenience store meals I normally eat can even compare to something like this. The egg is soft, the rice is fluffy, and there's just enough ketchup along the top. I take a second mouthful, then a third. I can't help but giggle a little at the thought of myself sitting here eating like a normal person. All the people around me probably think I'm a normal person too. Just a girl sitting at a restaurant eating her dinner. Another quiet giggle escapes my lips and I gently tap my mouth with a napkin. I set my spoon to the side and return to the book in front of me. The author of this work certainly is interesting. Norbert Sinclair, according to the bio inside the front cover, he moved to Japan from overseas at a young age. The book was written originally in Japanese. It's not a translation, but even so, the writing style is quite unusual. I can't quite put my finger on what is strange about it. Maybe it's lack of complex kanji used throughout. Everything is written rather simply in hiragana, almost like the intended audience is elementary school kids. But that can't be right. The themes contained within are truly disturbing. Maybe the author just doesn't have the greatest comprehension of writing in Japanese. O! Kliknęła mi się nie przerzuciła. It's true that a lot of adults have trouble with complex kanji. Professional authors, though, not so much. Anyway, it's not like it matters too much. The book is interesting enough to keep me turning pages. I must be completely absorbed in reading because before I know it, a waitress is politely letting me know that the restaurant is closing soon. I nod and look at the plate of omurice in front of me. The meal has gone cold and I only ate 3 bites. Still, I'm feeling full now and I really enjoy what I did eat. To weź sobie do domu. I don't even feel any added weight on my hips as I get to my feet. That's definitely a positive thing. I stretch my arms and legs, put my book in my bag, and offer the waitress some money along with the bill. Nie działa tego. Głupia. Haha, co to cię tak długo? O. A blast of frigid night air nearly sweeps me off my feet when I step out of the restaurant. If I'd known the weather was going to take a turn for the worse, I would have brought my scarf and jacket. It's the end of spring, so unpredictable cold weather is pretty rare. I guess I can't be blamed for not bundling up. Anyway, it's not raining and I'm close to home, so it shouldn't be a problem. I head down the street and watch a few shop owners closing their stores for the night. They don't pay me any mind as I wander by. Ooh. My phone bursts to life and rings out in the quiet night air. I grab it and press it close to my ear for warmth.
Hello? Aoi? Noriko? Hello? Is this a bad time? No, I'm just walking home. You're out at this time of night? That's not like you.
Ooh.
I stopped somewhere to eat. What's up? You stopped to eat?
Ooh. Ona ma takie, co zrobiliście z moją Noriko?
Say, about the new job. What is it?
Nie przygotowałam sobie nic do pisania, jakby w sumie trzeba było coś pisać.
I spoke to the manager at the maid cafe, but he said I can't quit.
Co?
He said that? Oh, well, it's not up to him. You have every right to quit. Did you tell him you've landed a new job? Yes, I told him. But he said he spent so much time and money training me that if I quit now, he'll treat it as stealing from the company and he'll call the police. What a load of crap! Hang on. Are you at the cafe now?
Czyżby nasza odwaga miała się przeciw nam odwrócić?
Yes, I just finished my shift. We're closing up. I'll be right there. I'm only a minute away anyway. I'm going to give your manager a piece of my mind.
Nie wiem, czy to dobry pomysł.
No, Noriko, you can't. Just watch me. I'll be right there.
I enter call despite Aoi's objections. I can't believe how furious I am. Only Fanny has an escape route from that god-awful job, and now the manager won't let her quit. That has to be illegal. I've never met her manager, but I can just imagine his type. A self-important, wretched, greedy pig thinks he's the king of the world because he runs a shady maid cafe in the back streets. Well, I won't stand for it. People like him are the ones that should be reported to Curbs Girls' website. I'd love to target victims like that. I change directions and take up a running pace. The cool air against my face is kind of nice now that my body is warming up a little. Thankfully, there is hardly anyone around this time of night, so I don't feel particularly embarrassed by running in public. I'm not a terribly fit person, so it isn't long before I feel out of breath. I come to a stop at the end of the street, heaving and clutching my chest.
Okay. I'm okay. Deep breaths.
To ja w po 100 metrach. After taking a moment to collect myself, I start backing up, walking briskly this time. I can see the maid cafe's illuminated sign ahead of me. I approach the entrance and read the neon board. Chateau de Cristal. Welcome home, master. Drinks from just 400 yen. Table charge 500 yen per person. Open till 10 p.m. every night. I pass the sign and reach for the door handle, just as somebody hurriedly throws the door open and emerges.
Noriko? Aoi, told you I'd be here. I'm really glad to see you.
Aoi gives me a brief wave. She fidgets nervously and straightens the ruffle in her dress. Mam złe przeczucie.
I can't believe you have to wear this ridiculous outfit. Yeah, but the costume isn't the worst part of the job. I know. Listen, is your manager still here?
Aoi hesitates, then shakes her head sadly.
You just missed him. There are only a few girls inside closing up. Damn it. Ugh, I really wanted to give him a piece of my mind. Noriko, it's fine. I can continue working here. It's not so bad. Hell no! Don't even pretend it's okay. This place is torturing you. You have that customer that always gropes you, and now your manager is controlling you? I won't stand for it, and you shouldn't either. But what can I do?
I'm honestly stumped by the question. In all my hastiness to get here, I never ever even thought through a plan for Aoi. Damn it, that heartbreaking expression on her face. I just want to grab her, hug her, tell her everything's going to be okay. So, why can't I?
Aoi. I know you don't feel like it, but you're the strongest girl I know. All the shit you've dealt with over the years, all the shit you're still dealing with. You're brave, whether you know it or not. My issues pale in comparison to yours. But you still get up each and every day and do your best. I'm proud of you. And I want to make things easier for you. Come work with me at Temujin. Just leave this place behind. Forget all about it.
Noriko.
You're my best friend. You always will be. Even if we can't be anything more than that, I'm happy just having you in my life.
O! Czy właśnie Noriko powiedziała, że w sumie coś czuje do Aoi?
I'd do anything for you, Aoi. I hope you realize that.
Of course. I know. Thank you, Noriko.
Let's get out of here. It's really late. Come back to my place.
Ooh.
You know I can't. All my things are at home, and I need to check everything first. Otherwise...
I nod calmly. I understand. I can't push her too much.
Don't worry. I get it.
And the thing is, I can't just run away from this place.
Bo?
That stalking customer. He
Oh,
knows where I
matko.
live, and, well, if I stop showing up to work, he said he'll visit me at home.
Why don't we go to the police?
I can't do that!
Wow! Without warning, Aoi bursts into tears just as rain begins to spill from the clouds.
I can't get him in trouble. I just can't.
Aoi, what? What is he?
He's family.
O Boże. A gust of wind blows down the narrow street, causing my hair to whip wildly in my face. I brush it out of my eyes and mouth, only to see Aoi standing still, her head down.
The stalker. He's family?
I could never bring myself to tell you. But surely you must have wondered why I've put up with it for so long.
Aww.
I don't know what to say. I'm stunned. You're putting up with it because you don't want him arrested.
Yes. If he goes to prison, the rest of my family will disown me. And I'll truly have no one.
Miałabyś mnie? Haha.
You have me.
You know what I mean. I'm just going to go home for tonight. Thanks for coming out to see me, Noriko.
Aoi turns on her heel and strolls away. Click-clack of her shoes against the wet pavement echoing through the street.
Aoi.
She doesn't hear me breathe her name as she disappears into the darkness. The poor girl. There has to be something I can do. Oh! 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 Nasz pierwszy wybór! Nasz pierwszy wybór! Nie chce mi się włączyć myszka na szybko, więc... Chcemy jej dać trochę spokoju, czy za nią pójdziemy? W sumie... Ona teraz potrzebuje czasu, bo w sumie i tak na ten moment nic nie jesteśmy w stanie zrobić, więc moglibyśmy pomyśleć, jak jej pomóc. Ale w sumie może teraz potrzebuje kogoś, kto ją uspokoi, tym bardziej, że zaczęła płakać i w ogóle. Najpierw damy jej spokój. Aoi is gone and I didn't lift a finger to try and stop her. Aha, dobra, już żałuję mojego wyboru. I know her well. If I chase her, pursue her, she'll just resent me for it. Czyli w sumie nawet lepiej. It took a long time for her to heal the wounds I inflicted last time I pursued her relentlessly. The best thing to do is give her space, let her sort her own thoughts out. She'll talk to me when she's well and ready. I just need to be patient with her. My phone rings, the sound slicing through the patter of rain. It's Aoi, of course it is.
Hey,
Noriko.
The girl bursts into tears, her sobs reverberating through my ears. Co?
I can't do it anymore.
Nie. Nie.
I know.
All my life people have abused me, taken advantage of me.
Proszę, nie rób nic głupiego.
What did I do? What did I do wrong?
You never did anything wrong, Aoi. I can't explain other people's behavior. And I can't truly understand what you've been through. Sorry. I know that's not what you want to hear.
Właśnie chciałam się napić coli, patrzę, a tam w sumie na tej coli jest osa, więc pozwólcie, że wymyślę plan, jak się jej pozbyć. I potem wrócimy. Ja nienawidzę takiego czegoś. Dobra, chciałam dobrze, ale w sumie zgniotłam jej pół ciała, więc... Wybacz. Wybacz, oso. Ale się rusza. To tyle dobrze. Idę ją wypuścić na dwór. Żeby mnie ani króliczków nie pokąsała. I zaraz do was wrócę. Dobra, sytuacja opanowana, moi drodzy. Akcja zakończyła się powodzeniem. Mam nadzieję, że nie wróci. Następnie.
What do you do when it all gets too much, Noriko?
Me? Well, I mean, you know me better than anyone. When it all gets too much,
I hide away. I tuck myself in my apartment and swear to never leave the safety of its walls.
put it this way. I don't deal with things as well as I should.
Me neither. When things get overwhelming, my mind feels frazzled, and everything just gets worse and worse. I get caught up in little rituals, little habits, and I can't break free. I can't tear my mind away from the repetition, from the endless doubting and second guessing.
I know.
I can't keep going like this. Something has to change.
As much as I want to help you, this is something only you can do, Aoi.
Yeah.
Boję się, co się
But
stanie z Aoi.
if nothing else, I'll always be here for you. Whether you want to break down and cry on my shoulder, or use me as a punching bag, or just vent to me, I'll be here.
Noriko, thank you. I think you finally understand.
trying, girl. I really am.
I'm going to make a change. I'm going to quit my stupid job and join you at work on Monday. I promise. I promise I am going to get through this.
I know you are. I never doubted you.
Momencik. Dobra.
Thank you. I'll talk to you later. Okay?
I'll look forward to it.
Aoi ends the call. I'm not sure if I feel better after the discussion, and I can't honestly tell if Aoi feels better either. I sign and look up at the thick cloak of clouds above. The rain continues to fall. Achievement! Woohoo! Today drags on and on. Since I don't work weekends, I never really know what to do with myself during my free time. The library yesterday was nice, but I don't want to hang out there again today. So far, I spent the day simply reading at home and brewing the occasional cup of tea to starve off my hunger. I keep checking my phone, but Aoi hasn't replied to any of my texts. Even when I call, she lets it go to voicemail. I don't even have any new requests to attend to. I was hoping I would get at least one this weekend to help occupy my time. To take a break from reading Strange Flower, I decide to browse through noise and see what's happening in my social circle. Though I'm not close to any of the people I'm connected to, save for Aoi, reading through their posts anyway lifts my mood. Rather annoyingly, the first post I come across is from Tomoe. 9 minut temu, bitches be tripping and they think they're gonna steal my mom. They think as thieves. He getting lucky tonight. The cardboard post is accompanied by a photo of her and Shinya getting cozy together. Shinya looks more than a little nervous. I would be willing to bet that Tomoe is the first girl he's even snuggled like this. I can't quite figure out why she's so interested in him, or why he's into her, for the matter. At first I thought Tomoe was just trying to bug me, to annoy me by pursuing someone she thought I wanted. But surely this is taking it too far, right? Haven't I made it clear that... Haven't I made it clear that I just don't care? As for Shinya, maybe that boy really is into blow-up dolls look. I guess I understand him less than I originally thought. I noticed that I've been frowning while looking at Tomoe's posts, so I decided to slam my finger down on the thumbs down button. A little text box below the post now reads, Norika Kurosawa disliked this. My frown breaks and I smirk. It feels somewhat satisfying to publicly dislike Tomoe's posts. I can imagine Tomoe's face going tomato red when she reads the notification. With a little giggle, I scroll past the post and keep browsing my feed. As expected, it doesn't take long to find a post from Shinya himself. It's out of character for... O nie, czekajcie. Log. It's out of character for him, but he's actually not posting about criminal cases and detective works for once. 13 godzin temu. I never believed in love until I met her. She swept me off my feet and showed me how to become a better man. She makes me want to be the best person I can be. My heart goes out to my darling Tomoe. Today's together and count. Ja nie wierzę, że tu jest zaś osa. Ja się zaraz chyba zdenerwuję. A jeszcze mnie brzydzą ci, co gadają takie głupoty. 2 dni. No idź sobie, oso! Ja nie mogę. Ona mi teraz gdzieś pod sufitem lata. A ja mam czasem takie bawienie się. I to jest na pewno osa, nie pszczoła. Tak, dla... Że jak otworzę bardziej okno, to się ogarnie. I look forward to every day because of you. Thank you. I involuntarily gag and continue scrolling. Nothing else in my newsfeed really compares to those last posts. My sister wrote something about her sucky job, and a few coworkers posted about how grief-stricken they were about Akane Tsurumaki passing away unexpectedly. Akane Tsurumaki, followed closely by Aichi Hanada, and long before them both, Ruri Hatano, the one who started it all. 3 strangers, 3 people dead all because of Curb's girl. People wanted them dead, and because of that I also wanted them dead. I won't forget their names. When Corpse Girl rises above the muck and filth in the sword and becomes truly famous, I'll share a toast to their memories. Until then, I need to trudge forward. I need new targets, new victims to launch Corpse Girl's name into the stars. If Corpse Girl's website... becomes more than an urban legend, more than a rumor whispered in the shadows, then no, I need to take it slow. I can't get too far ahead of myself. I still need to put in a lot of work before I can attain my goal. But the only way I can move forward is if more requests come through the website. There has to be a way to promote the site. Flashy advertising is out of the question. I don't want the site looking like a gimmick people can visit simply to pass the time. I need word of mouth, testimonials. So far the site has claimed 3 victims. I need the original requesters to spread the word about how effective the website really is. Yes, that would be perfect, but I obviously can't get in touch with them now. They remain anonymous when they request a death. No one would willingly put in their contact details when doing something so shady anyway. Oh. I sigh and scratch my head, thinking about it like if this won't do me any good. Maybe I should come back to this later. I reach for my laptop sitting on the couch next to me. Maybe I'll take just one more look for new requests. You never know, right? I log into the administration panel of Corpse Girl's website and check for notifications. 1 new request. Request details. Today, 3:31 p.m. Victim's phone. Downloading image attachment. Wait. 3:51 p.m. This was submitted just a few minutes ago. What are the chances I would check the incoming request so soon after receiving a new one? My heart begins to race as the attached photo downloads. My computer. I'm excited about the prospect of working on a new request for the rest of the evening. Who will be the poor sucker to succumb to corpse girl's whims? Will another beautiful corpse be left in my wake? What the fuck? Ja się zastanawiałam, a Oje albo ten typ? Nie. Teraz kto by to mógł być? My heart skips a beat and my hands instantly turn cold. What the hell? A photo of myself appears on the screen. It's the very same image used for my company ID tag. Tomoe? I'm not smiling in the photo or in real life. Is this some kind of joke? Somebody has requested my death. Somebody has requested my death.
Somebody wants me dead? I can't believe it!
Kocham ją. Kocham ją.
It finally happened! I know exactly who requested my death! Tomoe! That stupid, vapid bitch!
Tomoe Watanabe, the one person who hates me more than I hate myself. Of course she's the one who uploaded my photo. Of course she wants Corpse Girl to take care of me. She's been looking for somebody to test the website on. Her noise posts from the start of the week confirms that. And she has been getting increasingly obsessed with tormenting me lately. I'm willing to bet that when I disliked her latest post, it finally triggered her to request my death.
Tomoe, you brainless whore! I am Corpse Girl!
Kocham ją. In a fit of manic laughter, I set to work dismembering my photo. I'm going to make my corpse look so realistic that she'll think she really succeeded in getting me killed. And then, when her guard is down...
No sign of Sato yet? I wonder if she got held up. It's not exactly professional to be late on your first day of work.
I grit my teeth and hope that Shinya can't sense my
She'll be
anxiety.
here.
I don't believe the bitter words that tumble out of my mouth. I sent another message to Aoi's seemingly abandoned phone, not really expecting a reply.
She's not the only one absent. Tomoe isn't here either.
A to dziwne. He doesn't need to tell me that. I've been watching her desk like a hawk ever since I came in this morning. There's a small surprise waiting for her in her top desk drawer, courtesy of yours truly. Courtesy of yours. I've been eagerly anticipating her arrival for an hour
We had a
now.
late night last night, so I wonder if she woke up on time.
I taste something foul in my mouth. I don't really need Shinya's recap of his night with Tomoe.
Don't you have work to do?
Of course, I need to.
His vocalized thoughts trail off as he wanders away. I return my focus to the keyboard in front of me. As I type, letters scroll across my screen seemingly slower than usual. No Aoi, no Tomoe. The static drone of the office environment is just as loud as ever, but without those two here, something feels off. Aoi shouldn't be missing her first day of work. And say what you want about Tomoe, at the very least, she's punctual. For her to be this late is very unusual.
Kurosawa, a word, if you please.
Huh. Uh-oh. A soft but sharp voice snaps me out of my thoughts. I look up to find a middle-aged woman standing over me, one hand beckoning in an intimidating fashion. Kotomi Ida, an executive who oversees a lot of the juniors on this floor. I deal with her a few times a week. She's a serious and critical person, but I've seen a warmer side of her when she chats with colleagues of her own level.
Miss Ida, did you need something?
Please, come with me.
I reluctantly rise from my chair and follow her through the office. She leads me to one of the glass screen cubicles that line one wall of the office, special spaces reserved for meetings and temporary workstations.
Take a seat.
I follow her instructions, sitting down on one of the bright and colorful plastic chairs that fill the small
A new
enclosure.
employee was supposed to start work today. Sato, an acquaintance of yours, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. I've been trying to get in contact with her.
I see. You understand that it doesn't reflect well on Sato's character if she can't arrive on time for her first day of work, correct?
Yes, I understand. Believe me, it is very out of the ordinary for her to do something like this.
I'm sure. Fujikawa recommended Sato for the job based on your personal request.
Czego bijesz, babo?
You need to be aware that since Fujikawa holds rank over you, he is the one who will be reprimanded for hiring an unsuitable employee. Now, I wouldn't go so far as to say that he will be punished. Rather, his recommendations will be denied for the foreseeable future. And any attempt he makes to climb the ladder, so to speak, will be vehemently refused by the other executives.
Isn't that a bit extreme? All of that because of one temp employee that didn't show up for work?
That's the way these things go. I've seen it dozens of times.
Uh-oh.
The reason I'm telling you this is because you should feel some sort of responsibility to apologize to Fujikawa.
I had no idea. Honestly,
Enough. This isn't an open discussion. Apologize to Fujikawa, and see if he will find it in his heart to forgive you.
Oh my god.
And please advise him to seek employment elsewhere. I don't foresee his career with us flourishing anytime soon.
Oj, coś ty zrobiła.
That's all.
Kotomi abruptly exits the cubicle and leaves me alone, sitting in a stupid-looking green plastic chair. I take some time to compose my thoughts before also walking out. I don't know what to say to Shinya. I don't even know if I should say anything. Surely Kotomi is being a bit extreme in effectively halting Shinya's career at Temujin. This is all because I recommended Aoi for the job. I feel like an idiot, but how was I supposed to know that Aoi would prove unreliable? And still, it's far too extreme. Kotomi is out of line. Something else is at play here. I can feel it. Maybe Kotomi wants Shinya gone for her own reasons. But I can't imagine why. He's a junior employee and not exactly the type to step on anyone's toes and make enemies. I return to my desk in a bit of a huff and slump in my swivel chair. My eyes fall on the empty can of coffee next to my computer screen, and I begin to wish I'd purchased more than one this morning. Glancing over the top of my screen, I can see that Tomoe still hasn't arrived. Maybe I'll have to wait until tomorrow for her to find the gift I left for her. I'm sure she'll love it. I don't enjoy my walk home through the park this evening as much as I normally do. There are too many things waiting on my mind. Aoi, Tomoe, Shinya, and Kotomi. Why is it that I'm increasingly finding myself drawn into office drama? I don't want to deal with any of it. I just want to pursue my own goals. Working at the office is a means to an end, a way to keep a roof over my head and have the money to achieve co-op's girls' ambitions. If I could quit, I would, but I can't, not just yet. I wonder if I could monetize Scope's Girl's services. User could pay a fee to request a dev, or I could even just accept donations. But I get the sinking feeling that asking for money will reduce the amount of requests I get. I nie będę już tak anonimowa, bo niestety, ale to jakoś będzie musiało się połączyć z twoim kontem. The number of requests coming in is already depressingly low. If I reduce it any further, I'll be in trouble. As I draw closer to my apartment building, my phone cries out for attention. I bring it to my ear with a swift hand.
Aoi?
Noriko.
What's the deal? I've been trying to get in touch with you all day.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I couldn't bring myself to come into the office.
Yeah, well, I gathered that. Tell me why.
You know, just the stuff I normally have to deal with.
For real? What are we talking about here? Stalkers? Or your own battles?
I left the apartment twice. I really did. But I had to go back inside each time because it didn't feel right. I had to check a few things and then check again, and in the end, I gave up and laid in bed. I must have fallen asleep because when I looked at the time, it was already late.
We sat beside angrily and hope that Oi doesn't hear me.
All right. It sounds like you had a rough day. I'm sorry, but the situation isn't great. I'm just going to be honest with you, okay? I don't think they'll be happy with you if you come in tomorrow. If I were you, I'd write a polite letter of resignation and just forget about the job. Shinya's been kind of thrown under the bus because of this.
Shinya? Why?
I'm not too sure myself. Since he got you the job, I suppose he was somewhat responsible for you. But because you didn't come in, it sounds like his career's in real jeopardy.
Oh God. Oh no.
Take a breath. You didn't know something like this would happen. I didn't either. I think this one exec has it out for him or something because it's too much of an overreaction.
I can't believe it. I never wanted to cost him his job.
I know. You didn't mean for this to happen. Look, I'll try and smooth things out a little. I'll talk to Shinya tomorrow. You need to look after yourself right now, okay? Promise me you'll just take it easy tonight and relax.
Okay.
Forget this ever happened. Noriko will look after everything.
Thank you, Noriko.
Okay. Get some rest. Talk to you soon, Aoi.
Bye-bye.
Ale nadal... Co się stało z Tomoe? Teraz kombinuję, co to czy to mogło być jakkolwiek powiązane, czy ona się nie pojawiła, bo ta sama babka też miała porozmawiała z Tomoe o związku w biurze. Zobaczymy. I enter call with a heavy heart. I don't actually have any idea what to do. When it comes to Aoi, I always feel obliged to just tell her anything that will help her feel better. If I could actually follow through with my words and genuinely make things better for her, then, well, maybe we'd have a bit of a different relationship than we do now. But I probably missed my opportunity for that a long time ago. In senior high school, I was never really truly understanding of her, and that cost me too much. Things are different now, of course. I've seen what she goes through. I'd like to think I understand her a lot more now. My feelings for her are true and not modeled in sympathy or pity. If this was a different life and I hadn't made all these stupid mistakes, I would be happy to be with her. But now the best I can hope for is that she wants to remain friends with me, and that will have to be enough to satisfy me.
Yo.
That voice. A trickle of icy sweat drips down my spine. In the near distance, sitting on a bench close to the park's exit, is an easily recognizable
Come here.
figure. I freeze in my tracks. My body wants to keep walking to reach the familiar safety of my house, but my brain is engaging its fight or flight mode. Torn between my options, I find myself completely stationary.
Come on, I won't hurt you.
Tomoe.
There's no doubt in my mind that she's been waiting for me here all afternoon. She knows my route home. That's obvious since I last encountered her and Shinya in this very same park. I can't help but tense up as she leaps off the bench and approaches
You're into
me.
weird shit, right? Like occult stuff?
Maybe? Is that what you came here to ask me?
Nah, just listen, okay? I wanted the opinion of someone freakier than me.
She really knows how to flatter a girl.
It's kind of dumb, you know, but have you heard of that Corpse Girl website thing?
Who does she think she's talking to? More importantly, how should I respond?
I've heard rumors.
Yeah, right? I heard rumors too, so I checked it out. I thought the whole thing was really funny. Like, could it be for real? Anyway, maybe I kinda used it to request a death.
Is that so?
Tomoe has pretty much straight up admitted that she was the one who requested my death. After all, I know exactly how many requests come through the site. The latest one had to have been from her.
Yeah, and, well, you know how the site works, right?
Fill me in.
All you do is put in a photo of a bitch and her phone number. Then she's supposed to drop dead. Simple as that.
No.
Thing is, no one knows how it works. Or if it works, actually.
Right. Okay, so you requested somebody's death, and what happened?
Well...
This is it. This is where she admits that she uploaded my photo. I've got her red-handed.
See, the dumb bitch went and died.
Huh? Moment. Dwie babki przerobiliśmy na ten. Jedną z biura. I blink a few times. I'm positive I didn't hear that
What
right.
did you say?
The chick whose photo I uploaded. She's deader than a doorknob.
Who is someone referring to? My mind is racing frantically, scanning through the list of Corpse Girls victims over the past few months. The only people who have died recently are Akane Tsurumaki and Eiichi Hanada. Tomoe is talking about a female, so that rules out Eiichi. Then there's Ruri Hatano, but she died such a long time ago, last year. In fact, surely Tomoe wasn't the one who requested her death. It was way too long ago for her to be bringing it up now. That leads me to believe that the only person Tomoe could be talking about is Akane Tsurumaki. Or has somebody else died? Somebody I never found out about? That's impossible. I've been so throughout. Ja wiem jakie słowo. Thorough. In searching for the results of my work, the only victim that Tomoe could be talking about is Akane. But wait, no, that still can be right. Tomoe requested my death, somebody. Tomoe uploaded my photo to Corpse Girl's website just recently. I take a deep breath, swallow hard, and open my mouth.
Tomoe, what you're saying is really serious. Are you sure this person died?
Yep, no doubt. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about. If you're good with this occult junk, how do you think she died from a website? Do you reckon my request really killed her? Cause I don't really want this shit on my conscience, you know?
I don't know what to say.
Come on.
Kolejna osa.
I was only really joking around with the website. Didn't think for a second that it could really work.
Będę musiała zamknąć okno, bo gdzieś tutaj w takim razie muszą się gromadzić osy. What the fuck? O nie, zdenerwowałam ją chyba. To może być mój ostatni live. Przekazuję mój kanał moim króliczkom i w sumie mam nadzieję, że ja nienawidzę osy ani żadnych takich robaksonów. Wylecisz ty czy nie? Bo nie wiem, czy mam cię gonić. Może jeszcze much jest pełno. Ściec się można. No, wyleć, wyleć, wyleć. Wyleć, powiedziałam. Akurat teraz. Dobra. Ała. Oczy już nie ma, okno zamknięte. A potem będą umieszczane lepy.
But now, this bitch is cold in the ground, and I can't sleep at night. Keeping Shinya close is the only thing making me calm lately.
Tomoe seems to be showing a little remorse, which I didn't think she had in her. If she thought the website was a joke, then fair enough, it's only natural that she'd want to play around with it. Then again, I'm kind of offended that she figured the whole thing was fake. Corpse Girl has worked too damn hard to be considered a joke. But I want to get to the bottom of this. I need to find out whose death Tomoe requested. And more importantly, the question of who requested my own death remains unanswered.
Tomoe, what's the name of the person you requested to die?
Her name? Oh, you might know her. It was that skank from our office, Akane Tsurumaki.
Czyli to się zgadza. Akane Tsurumaki. Sure enough, she's well and truly dead. Tomoe isn't wrong in believing that the website killed Akane. Tomoe once posted on a noise about wanting to try the website, and she was waiting to find someone to try it on. If I recall correctly, the request for Akane's death came through Corpse Girl's website shortly after I read that post. Perhaps someone made the request on the very same day. So then Tomoe was the one responsible. I assumed the person who requested Akane's death was someone in our office, but I never figured it would be a junior data entry temp like Tomoe. How did Tomo even know Akane? I can't see how their paths would have crossed in such a large office building.
Yo, Psycho, you in there?
I snap out of my thoughts and meet Tomo's dead-eyed
Your
face.
professional opinion, can a website really kill someone?
I'm torn between giving two replies. I could say that I believe the website worked and therefore help increase Corpsco's credibility, or I could play it safe and make sure I'm not suspected of any involvement. Coward that I am, I decided to play it safe.
No, absolutely not. A website can't kill someone.
Momencik.
Yeah, I figured. Guess it's
Czekajcie, muszę sobie włączyć.
just a coincidence that she died. You reckon I'm not guilty then? I didn't really want the bitch dead anyway. I was just mucking around.
Yeah, you're not guilty.
Thank God. That's a real weight off my elbows, you know?
Z twoich łokci, co?
Mm-hmm.
I sure as shit won't mess around with sites like that again, though. I'm gonna play it real straight from now on. I gotta get my life together. I got a man to look after now.
Nah.
Right. Well, good luck with that. I need to get home.
All I want right now is to get back and figure out who the hell uploaded a photo of me to the website. My mind is reeling and I'm not in the right headspace to listen to the Moe drivel any longer.
For what it's worth, which ain't much. Thanks. Thanks for putting my mind at ease. I know we ain't always seen eye to eye, and... well, nah. That's about it for now.
For a fleeting moment, I imagined that she was about to apologize for assaulting me last week. That possibility disappeared from my mind almost as soon as I had appeared.
See you tomorrow.
She waves almost sheepishly and wanders back through the park in the direction that I came from. Right, time to get home. I can relax until I know who requested my death. If it wasn't Tomoe, then this situation could be a lot more serious than I originally thought. If it wasn't because of my petty squabbles with her, then someone really wants me dead. Whew. Trochę mi to przypomina a bag of milk inside of bag of milk. Inside of bag of milk. Aha, i jeszcze jedną rzecz sprawdzę. Póki mamy taki przestój w sumie. Sprawdzimy sobie w sumie, czy już przekroczyliśmy, bo boję się, że w sumie chodzi mi o chaptery w tym. Tak. Bo już zbliżamy się do tych 2 godzin i nie wiem, czy mam dalej O! Aha, to ja jestem. Nieważne. Tak, wpisuję Corpse Factory. A! Ktoś teraz na żywo nadaje. Potem patrzę, że to w sumie ja. Śmieszne. O! Jest tu jakieś... Od kiedy do kiedy są chaptery? Nie, chyba nie. A tu też nie ma rozdziałów. to jeszcze inaczej. Chapter 3. Corpse. Ja, party. Dobra, tam spoilery. Chapters. Dobra. I na czym kończy się akt drugi? Halo. Aha, dobra, nieważne. Dajcie mi chwilę, bo ja mnie zeskrolowało centralnie na sam dół. Aha, dobra, czyli w sumie nie skończyliśmy jeszcze aktu pierwszego chyba. Nice, dobra. Dobrze wiedzieć. Aha. I can't sleep. It must be past 3 a.m. Countless hours have passed since I started trying to figure out who requested my death. I've run through every possible candidate and their potential reasons. 1,000 times I've replayed every encounter I've ever had with every person I've ever met, and I'm drawing a blank. I don't know who wants me dead. I'm not so vain to think that everybody likes me. I'm sure as hell. I'm sure a lot of people don't like me very much at all. But does anyone not like me enough to want me dead, to nominate me for the corpse girl to remain as her prey? I take little solace in the fact that my life isn't actually in danger. Corpse girl's victims are only brought low by my hand. Though my convictions are strong and I never refuse the request, taking my own life is absolutely out of the question. This is the one and only request I will ever refuse. And it's not for the sake of my own life, but rather for the sake of Corpse Girl's continued existence. I will not let her die and be buried with me. However, now that I have eaten of the knowledge that somebody genuinely wants me dead, I can cure my upset stomach. No amount of mental reassurance will quell the sickness rising inside of me. The top candidates are, of course, those closest to me. I've crossed some way off the list, hair relief. Knowing Akane Tsurumaki's death wasn't her fault convinced me that she wouldn't make that mistake of messing with the websites twice. And at the fact that she came for me for reassurance, well, it's safe to say that she's not the person I'm looking for. So that leaves the people I deal with on a daily basis. Aoi Sato, my best friend since junior high and the first person I ever fell for, she rejected me gracefully during senior high, so gracefully that we still remain friends to this day. Would she want me dead? It's doubtful. She wouldn't even report her stalker, a guy who she is apparently related to the police because she didn't want him arrested. Then there's Shinya Fujikawa, another acquaintance from school, and now my coworker. He has even gone so far as to call us friends now that we've connected on noise. I've never been romantically interested in him, but I was under the false impression that he had feelings for me. He's a wannabe detective, but he doesn't have the competence to follow in his father's footsteps. He doesn't strike me as the type who wants somebody dead, let alone to go through with the request with requesting somebody's death. Still, quiet, guarded people like him can really surprise you. When you take those three out of the equation, the people I deal with daily are very few. There are the higher-ups and the execs at work, like Kotomida, but all the things are so short and simple that I'm sure I barely even read it on their radar. If I extend my list of candidates to include people that I don't deal with regularly, but who are technically still part of my life, then the list goes a little more interesting and harder to narrow down. Kenji and Momo Ogawa, the father and daughter living in my apartment building, that's sweet, kind and considerate. Couldn't imagine they'd want to kill me unless I'm really using up too much of the internet bandwidth and they just can't take it anymore. There's my elder sister, of course, Yuriko Kurosawa. We haven't talked in over a year at least. She's a scam, but probably not the type to randomly elect her own sister for death. Probably. She's on parole, so I have to believe she wouldn't do anything to jeopardize her freedom. And there's mother, Asuna Kurosawa. She's simply not in a position to submit any details to Corpse Girl's website. My struggling brain can't think of anyone else currently in my life. I have a very small social cycle. It's true. All the people that feel my noise and newsfeed have either already been named on this list or they are from such a small long ago part of my life that they wouldn't even remember I exist anymore. And then suddenly and without warning, a face pops into my mind with startling clarity. No. To jest jedyna osoba, którą spotkaliśmy, a której nie wymieniliśmy. The guy from the library. Kojiro was it? Kojiro with no surname. He was bizarre, eccentric, didn't seem like the type of person that gets outside much. Kind of like me, I suppose. His eyes were so clear it was unnerving. They say that eyes are the window. Oh, window to the soul, but I couldn't see anything of substance through his lenses. Out of everyone I've mentally listed, he seems like the person most capable of taking someone's life. That's a biased opinion based on little to no knowledge of him. It's just the impression he gives. However, I have to ask myself, would he want me dead? Me, a person he met one time at the library? In addition, the photo of me that was uploaded to my website was from Temujin's corporate system. It's the very same picture that I wear on my ID tag. How would Kojiro have accessed it? If he was going to upload a photo of me, he would have found my noise URL file and used an image from one of my albums. Chyba trzeba będzie skończyć. If he was going to upload a photo of me, he would have found my noise profile and used an image from one of my albums. There aren't too many photos of me there, but there are enough to identify me. The guy is suspicious, but I don't think he's the one I'm looking for. Yet I can't get his face out of my mind. On a whim, I snatch up my phone from my beside me and unlock the screen. The bright light shines like a beacon in the darkness and nearly blinds me, but I squint and navigate to the noise app. Kojiro, he told me his noise tag, didn't he? If I can remember it, it'll save me the hassle of having to look through hundreds of profiles of the same name just to find him. What was it? Kojiro? No, too simple. Koji something. I start to type different variation, then an auto-predicted result pops up. Koji. That's the one. I tap the result and instantly arrive at his profile. The info in his About Me section is pretty vague, but judging by the display photo, I'm certain that this is the right guy. Koji. Just your average guy taking my day one at a time. Introvert, antisocial, anti-establishment, anti-everything. Oh, I like peanut butter though. I I scroll through his feed and see that he hasn't posted anything for quite some time. His most recent post is from about a year ago, and it's just an updated version of his display picture where he has cropped out a woman's face and body so the focus is just on him. I open up a direct message to him and start typing. Hey, is this Kojiro from the library? It's Noriko. Kurosawa. Since it's past 3 AM, I'm not expecting a reply until I instantly receive a message in response. Hi. Late night? He replied so quickly. I swallow and gathered the nerve to ask him what's on my mind. Yes, I can sleep. Have you heard of Corpse Girl's website? The screen states that he's currently typing a message, but then the notification simply disappears and no message comes through. Is he ignoring me? Then... Yes. So he does know about the website. The question is, was he already familiar with it, or did he just look it up after I mentioned it? What are your thoughts? Is it real? Yes, love it, big fan. La... Jakie tam były litery powiększone? La... I see, me too. Have you used it? No, well, not yet. Don't hate anyone enough. It's hard to get a sense of his emotions through his replies. I can't tell if he's being sincere or not. Wait, have you used it? Tell me. Tell me details. Does it work? No, I haven't used it, but it's popular in my office. I don't know why I wrote that, or why I ended the message with a question mark. I shake my head and wait for a response. Okay, let me know if you used it. Use it, might be work for me. Might be work for me? What does he mean by that? Work? Yes, I store cadavers. Dispose of later. I don't understand. Hospital morgue. Storage and disposal. He works at a morgue? I noticed a strange smell on his clothes when we met, and now it makes sense. I cock a little and suppress the urge to vomit. So if someone dies, they get sent to you, even for like suicide and murder? Yes, all sorts. Dobra, nie chcę się już w sumie. Worst crash victims have to mix and match lamps. Have you ever received a victim of Corpse Girl's website? Impossible to know, maybe. You can say, have a name? A name. Can he look up the names of bodies he's received? Can you look up such a thing? Yes, cadavers are ID'd, mostly. Know a victim? Should I ask? Will doing so put me under suspicion of being associated with Corpse Girl? Hello? I can look now at work. I start to nervously bite my fingernails. I know that I won't gain anything from finding out if he's dealt with any of the victims, but morbid curiosity tends to get better of me sometimes. I just have to know. Akane Tsurumaki. Okay, a second. No, correct spelling? Got a M Tsurumaki and Akane Tsurumi. That's not right close though. Okay, more names. Eiichi Hanada. 1 second. Yes, crash victim bad. I remember him. He's still here, actually. I can't believe what I'm reading. Eiichi Hanada ended up at Kojiro's morgue. And he's still there? Really? How long do you store bodies? Depends. Up to 2 days for autopsy. No autopsy for him, no need. So he just sits here, cold chamber 31BB. Ale że ona mi po prostu powiedział. If family don't collect, then cremation. Is cremation what you mean by disposal? Yes, mostly. Friend of yours? Not exactly. But his corpse kills victim, you said so. Well, I don't know. You said so. Interesting. I look at him again. Really, there is no need for that. It's okay, I won't tell. How did you do it? I swallow hard. What does he mean? Hello? How did I do what? How did you kill him? Oh shit. I've messed up. He knows Kojiro has figured out who I am. In a panic, I slam my phone down. I can hear the constant vibration against the bed as Kojiro continues to message me. Shit. What do I do? Can I make something up to convince him that I'm not the one responsible for Eiichi's death? Will he ever buy it? By not responding to him straight away, I've probably inadvertently proven my own guilt. I pick up my phone between my trembling thumb and forefinger. I hold it delicately. Dokładnie. As though it has suddenly become some sort of evidence that I don't want covered in my fingerprints. In a way, that's completely true. I stare at the message from Kojiro. Hey, you there? Hello? I'd better reply. I have to say something. Maybe, just maybe, I can throw him off my trail. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't kill anyone. Not exactly a lie. Yes, true, Corpse Girl killed him. No name entry on Corpse Girl's website. But you knew his name and you knew he died. Ergo, you requested his death. Wait, this is good. This is far better than him believing I'm Corpse Girl. He thinks I'm just some fan of the website that submitted a request. I have to run with this. I can let him know the actual truth. Okay, you got me. I used the website to request his death. Wow, mad. So the site is real. Amazing. This is exciting. Are you happy he's dead? I decide to take a leaf out of Tomoe's book and act more innocent than I really am. Not really, I just make a request on a whim to see what will happen. I didn't think it would actually work. It would really work. Wow, so you didn't hate the guy, Eiichi? No, I never ever met him. Just found his photo on the internet. Incredible, Corpse get kills with just a photo, doesn't even need a name. Wonder how many other Vics I've got here, lol. Have to go. Clocking off soon, talk later. Kojiro's status immediately changed to offline. I breathe a sign of relief. I think he bought the lies, surely. I'm in the clear, but this whole conversation was an exercise in stupidity. I nearly shot myself in the foot because of my own insatiable curiosity. I shouldn't have contacted Kojiro at all. The only positive thing to come out of this is learning that Kojiro works at a hospital morgue. I could potentially take advantage of this, but my sleep-deprived brain can't quite work out how. Well, I can dwell on that later. For now, I really need to sleep. Dobra. Tuesday. Wydaje mi się, że w sumie to jest całkiem okej miejsce, żeby skończyć, bo tutaj się robi głośno w tle u mnie i po prostu nie chcę was tutaj męczyć tym. Wydaje mi się, że będziemy co niedzielę robić live'y, ale zobaczę jeszcze, bo ja teraz podjęłam się jeszcze dodatkowej pracy, więc chodzę tak naprawdę na 2. I ciężko mi jest to ogarnąć, ale postaram się pojawiać tutaj, jak nie co tydzień, to co 2 tygodnie. Chyba mam jeszcze tą Syberię nagraną, ja już nie wiem, nie? Ja miałam ją zedytować już wieki temu, ale ja teraz od 2 tygodni nie włączyłam w ogóle komputera, więc chyba od 2 tygodni nie włączyłam komputera, więc nawet nie mam czasu. Ale no, bardzo wam dziękuję za to, że byliście ze mną, że wytrzymaliście. Mam nadzieję, że wam się podobało i że usłyszymy się następnym razem w następnym odcineczku. Będzie na kolejnym live'ie. Pa, pa!